Welcome, welcome, welcome to the land of 10,000 takes with my
10,000 takes.
Girl, Brittany Censor. Britt, what's up? What's up?
What is going on? Born and raised in the land of 10,000 lakes, but here we have much more, much more 10,000 takes all over the land, baby.
This is a new venture for us. Like, you and I have a past. We've known each other for a long time. We were former co-hosts of a show called Purple Playbook, and that was pretty much Minnesota Vikings specific. And someone just kind of put in our head that you guys should do more stuff. You guys are multi-talented. You guys should branch off into a lot of different areas. So you and I had a brainchild, and we thought, hey, let's do that. This is what the land of 10,000 takes are all about. You down with that, Brittany?
I'm absolutely down with that, and props to whoever came up with that. I feel like that was something that you and I knew, probably in the back of our minds. It was just a matter of, like, how do we transition, right? And so I'm super excited to this next step, this next stage.
Yeah, well, you know, like you just said in our pre-show that we used to prep, that we just have so much more to offer. So, because we have so much more to offer, people that are tuning into this show, hit that like and subscribe button. That's going to help us get out into the algorithm, get our subscribers going. This show is going to be lit. And I'm using the word lit because I'm trying to be hip here, Britt. Like,
You are hip.
I'm a bit older than you are. You're still young and spry. So the kids nowadays are using the word lit, right? Is that
It's still, as far as I know, it's still in the vocabulary, my friend.
All right, so we'll use the word lit. Big news coming out. The one thing I wanted to talk to you about is one of my favorite artists was in the Twin Cities, St. Paul, more specifically. My guy Lionel Richie, great first name, by the way.
It's a great name. Great name. Were you named after him?
I was not named after him. Actually, my aunt named me. My mom didn't name me. My aunt named me. She came up with the name Lionel. And I used to always think of Lionel Trains. But as I grew up, Lionel Richie became famous. And I thought, you know what? He picked a really, really good name. Formerly of the Commodores and Lionel Richie. So I love sharing a name with him.
Absolutely. It's a good name to share.
But anyway.
You know who I have?
Who do you have?
Spares.
Oh, Britney Spears. Yeah, but you're the better Britney. You're the better. You're better than Britney Spears in so many different ways. Well, you know, I don't even want to get into that. We all.
Eventually, we will have to get to that BS meter about that. BS meter is something that we created during Purple Playbook, where I would come in with hot takes or give something where it would be super controversial. I think what he just said is extremely controversial, and so we'll just have to incorporate it again. Right?
I can't wait for that show. We will incorporate that. We will definitely do that. But Brittany, Lionel Richie was here performing, doing his thing. And on stage, he got a little bit ill. Like, he was performing, he was doing his thing. And, you know, for people out there that haven't seen the video of it, you can Google it, YouTube it, whatever. But he actually had to sit down and take a break. And the one thing that I really liked about what he did is he kind of incorporated it into the show. He told the audience, you know, once you start feeling dizzy from dancing on the ceiling, you've got to sit your ass down.
Right.
And the audience thought it was absolutely fantastic. But long story short, he had to cut the concert short and receive some medical attention. And then he had some future shows, I believe, in Illinois that he had to cancel. But I'm a little bit worried about Lionel Richie, Britt.
I'm a little worried, too. I mean, let's just be honest. This man is 77 years old.
Wow.
And, yes, 77 years old, right? And, like, to maintain that demanding touring schedule is insane. Like, let's just be real, though. This was their first show.
Yep.
Their first show was in Minneapolis. And if he comes here and he's already noticing that there is some health concerns, like, I don't know if this is a show that can continue.
I know. But do artists, you are a performer.
Right.
And I know
not to that caliber. Not to
I
that
know.
caliber.
I know.
Right? But like
But still, in your own right, you have such a fantastic work ethic. Brittany, I work with you 2 to 3 times a week, so I
Right.
know your work ethic, and I know the time that you put into that.
Yeah.
Do artists understand when to slow down and to listen to their bodies when stuff like this happens?
I mean, I hope so. I think that he did the right thing. Like, he did the responsible thing. His body told him that something was wrong, and he stopped. And so, like, I commend him for that. But I'm not 100% sure. There's so much that goes in to having shows. Like, touring includes travel, rehearsals, bright lights, adrenaline, like, irregular meals, and obviously like dehydration. So like we don't really know what has come up yet since what happened here in Minneapolis, St. Paul, right? Technically it was St. Paul. But we don't really know what happened yet. And it's too early to call it. I hope that it's something that he could come back to, because it's clearly something that he's, you know, passionate about, and he wants to perform, and I want that for him. Like, what a cool, fun last show to go to, right?
Yeah. I just want him to slow down, and if it means I don't want to lose Lionel. I do not want to lose. I mean, I've been listening to Lionel Richie ever since he was back with the Commodores. I love Lionel Richie. I love everything about Lionel Richie. I even like, I'm not embarrassed to say that I even like Nicole Richie. Nicole Richie is one of my one of my favorite people to watch. I love that when she was on that reality show with Paris Hilton. That is box office funny stuff.
I love the Richie family. I love Nicole. I'm with you. I watched her while she was with Paris Hilton, and then I also love his I don't know if it's his youngest daughter, but Sophia Richie. She's just absolutely stunning. Have you seen her before?
I have seen her, yes.
Oh my gosh, just literally like model. And I just think she's such a incredible beauty, right? And so I love the whole Richie family. You know, I don't want this to be the end. I know that he's been continuing with American Idol, and I don't know what his plans were for the next year of American Idol, right? If he was planning on coming back, I don't know enough about that. But if he was going on tour, there had to be some contract and trying to negotiate, like when he was going to be back, when he was willing to film for American Idol, if he wasn't, or what do you know about that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I really haven't heard any updates or what his plans were. I just saw something come across my news feed about him having to take a couple of breaks. He came back, tried to perform. I mean, he performed a song where he was sitting down playing the piano. After that, he took an early intermission, and then one of his people came out, explained to the audience that he couldn't continue. And here's the thing about Minnesota people and Minnesota fans, how classy they were. Mm-hmm. They gave him a round of applause. Most people probably would have been upset, wanting their money back. But we all know how classy Minnesota people are, and they really just showed their class and concern about Lionel Richie. So I was happy to see that.
And I really, truly believe people just wanted to see him. And because he is such a legend, they wanted to watch him and to be able, and they got to see him as long as they possibly could, right? I think he really started to feel sick during like Dancing on a Ceiling, I think was the song that he was playing. And then he tried an attempt to do, 3 Times a Lady. So they watched him, continue to try to come back and give something. And it just didn't work out for him that night. And my prayers go out to him and the whole squad, because it takes so much to put a tour together. And I hope that he stays healthy, and that maybe it is just dehydration and just like You know, I don't know about you, and I'm guessing we're going to be talking about this in a minute, but it's hotter than hell in Minnesota right now. So, like, maybe he just needs some extra water, some hydration.
Britt, it's hot all over the place. Have you been seeing all the stuff in Europe, in France, and the heat that's over there? I mean, thousands of people are passing away because of the heat.
I literally just watched something. I don't know if this is, like, I should be making light of this, but someone was saying that they were videotaping themselves sweating in France, and they were making $250 by letting men watch her sweat. An hour.
People can find a way to make money, man. People can find different ways to make money. That's incredible.
I just have to finish up with one thing with Lionel, though.
Yeah.
Like, nobody needs an entertainer to sacrifice their health so that we can hear all night long one more time. It's time to hang it up.
Yes. Yes. I just want Lionel to be around. So if this means him hanging it up, I am completely fine with that. You know, the one thing that is really amazing to me about Lionel Richie is I love Lionel Richie so much that to me he really has never made a bad song. Like, what is your favorite Lionel Richie song?
Well, it has to be All Night Long.
All Night Long is your favorite?
Oh, it has to be.
Okay.
Or Once, Twice, Three Times a Lady.
How about Hello?
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
No, it reminds me too. No, Adele ruined it for me. Hello, it's me. No, I don't know. It's not for me, my friend.
Okay. Well, you know,
But-
Hello is at the top of my list. All Night Long is at the top. Easy like Sunday morning.
Oh.
That's at the top of my list.
Okay, Easy Like Sunday Morning has to actually. That's the top. That's the top.
I'm with you right there. Lionel Richie.
You know I'm easy.
There you
Easy
go.
like Sunday morning. Yeah.
If Lionel Richie's people are listening to LJ and Britt right now, Lionel Richie, get healthy. Don't come back
Yes.
to who you are.
Right.
No pressure. Just get healthy, my friend.
Absolutely. We want you to be healthy so that we can continue to enjoy you on American Idol and any other way that you want to continue to bless us with your music. But, you know, sometimes touring, it'll
It's
take
rough.
it out of you. It's rough.
I bet. Time
It's
to
rough.
transition.
Uh-oh.
Let me tell you.
What?
Okay, you knew I told you this a long time ago, Brittany Censor, that this whole Diana Russini thing was not going to go away. It was going to rear its ugly head, and it has again. And here's the thing, and we're going to talk about it and get into it, Britt, but the Minnesota Vikings again, and J.J. McCarthy again is catching strays for doing nothing. Poor J.J. McCarthy. Poor J.J. McCarthy. Okay.
I'm not. Hey, you know where I stand with JJ.
Yeah,
He's
but-
not my favorite.
I know.
Let me just make it very clear for the land of 10,000 takes. JJ McCarthy is not my favorite person on our squad for the Minnesota Vikings, right? But he can't seem to catch a break.
He can't. Think about this. He just got done with mini camp, OTAs, whatever you want to call it. And he's got this little break. He's got this hiatus of time where he gets a chance to rest. He gets a chance to be with his wife. He gets the chance to be with his newborn. He's not in the news. He's keeping quiet. And not doing anything, he still found a way to get into the news. And again, it's something that's derogatory, and it all stems from Diana Russini.
Doesn't she just strike you as messy?
Very messy.
Like, she reminds me of myself after 3 martinis. You know, like, you just, Like,
What?
you just do not want to take anything seriously from this person. Like, she's just messy to me.
Brittany Sensor, after 3 martinis, becomes Diana Russini.
It's looking like it.
Well,
I don't get behind the wheel, though. Let me just say that.
well, that's good. That's good. That's a good thing. You should never get get behind the wheel.
Drink responsibly,
After
people.
Drink responsibly, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm sure people are wondering, what the hell is Lionel and Brittany talking about? So let me explain as quickly as I can what's going on with Diana Russini. A body cam video from a police officer has surfaced. I think people were kind of digging, wanted to find this body cam video because Diana Russini had explained that she got stopped by a police officer. The police officer was a fan of the NFL. His favorite team was the Minnesota Vikings. She claimed
Duh.
when he...
Hold on, let's give the police officer his props for a second. He is on the right path. We love you.
Yep. There you go.
Skull!
Smart man.
Smart man.
Police officer.
Right.
But he let Diana Russini know, hey, the Minnesota Vikings are my favorite team. She goes, wait a second, I know KOC, and she claimed that she FaceTimed KOC to help her get out of a ticket. Well, Brittany, the body cam video has surfaced, and everything that she said was correct until it got to the FaceTime video. There was no FaceTime video with KOC. It was just, she just showed the officer text messages that her and KOC had been communicating with, but she completely lied and embellished this whole situation with this cop.
Well, and it's creepy anyways. Like, why would you even go there? She clearly was trying to get out of something. There was something that she was trying to get from this person to try to make herself feel better, or to make him get, let her out of a ticket, or I don't even know. What was she pulled over for?
I believe she was pulled over for speeding, but don't quote me on that.
Okay, I won't quote you on that. It doesn't matter. She was pulled over regardless, right? And she was trying to get out of something. And, so it felt very like, here, look at me. Here, what can I do, right? And then for her to go on you said some sort of podcast where she was saying that she FaceTimed KOC?
Yeah. She was on Stu Gotz's podcast. You can Google it and YouTube it. It's going viral right now, where the story was similar, but she claimed that she FaceTimed KOC, and KOC actually spoke to the officer and said, hey, the person you pulled over is a great person. Don't give her a ticket. She's a good human being. I mean, she didn't only say that she FaceTimed KOC, but she had KOC talking to the police officer, which never happened. People like that scare me, Brittany. People that can lie so well and just create a story off the cuff like that, people like that scare me.
Well, and as soon as I started to read into it, I was like, there's no way. There is no way. I cannot see KOC hopping on a FaceTime to have a conversation with an officer about Diana Russini. Are you kidding me here? That is some serious lies.
And it's amazing because Diana Russini at one point was the hottest thing going. And I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about her
absolutely not
professional career.
Right.
She was, when you wanted information about the NFL, about the news that was current, about any team, you went to Diana Russini. She has imploded her whole career, which is going to be hard to recover from. I mean, it's
she did it to her. She did it to herself. I mean, I've also been hearing things like she's pregnant and this, that, and the other. I don't know. Have you heard that?
I have not heard that. I'm
sure if she actually was, there'd be a lot more information out there. But I've heard some stuff that like there are some serious allegations about all of the things that she's lied about recently within the last like 3 months even, right? Like this has been a tough 3 months for her, or a real mirror in front of her face.
It is none of my business at all, but
it is. Random 10,000 takes.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm a human being, and I am curious. Like, I have not heard anything about her marriage, how her marriage is going. I mean, because she obviously had some explaining to do when the whole Mike Vrabel thing came out.
Lucy, you have some explaining to do.
Absolutely. And so I haven't heard anything there. I know that Mike Vrabel is going to therapy.
With his family.
With his family.
Right.
So at least he is working on things. But I really haven't heard anything on the side of Diana Russini, what the deal is here. Most people think she's going to get with, at some point in time, a big-time interviewer, someone like an Oprah or somebody like that, to tell her side of the story about what happened and what went on.
Oh, to tell her side of the story. Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, we know what she does when she's telling her side of the story.
Oh, absolutely.
She lies.
Yes, so you can't really believe anything that comes out of her mouth.
Correct. I think she might have put her foot in her mouth in that. With this recent, explanation of what happened with KOC and these body cams. You can't lie to cops. It always comes back. Yep. It comes back.
But you know what they always say, Brittany Spencer? They always say your character is who you are when people aren't looking. And she never thought in a million years that this body cam footage would ever come out. And now that it's out, you stack that on top of the whole Mike Vrabel supposed affair, it just makes her look really slimy, grimy, and bad, doesn't it?
Alleged affair. Yes, absolutely. It makes her look very slimy, and it looks very messy, as I stated in the beginning. And even just like her response about JJ, like, here, you got a cop that's coming up to you telling you that that he's a Vikings fan, and her response is, your quarterback sucks. Like, really? Like, what are you trying to get out of that? And what makes you think that that's an appropriate conversation to have when you're being pulled over?
Exactly. You know, I don't know whether she was just trying to be cool or friendly with the cop, or, trying to be, rubbing elbows with the cop, just trying to get out of a ticket. And for the life of me, I talked to my wife last night. When you are as wealthy as Diana Russini is, what the hell is a speeding ticket? Just pay the ticket.
Maybe she needed some validation. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, from my therapist point of view, is like, this lady needed some validation, wanted to be seen, wanted to be heard. And, I'm with you. I mean, I hear what you and Nicole are saying. It's like, pay the damn ticket if it's a speeding ticket. If you're trying to get out of, like, a DUI, I mean, that's a different conversation. That's a totally different ball game, right? But she wasn't in that type of situation. This was clearly something that she could have just bypassed and paid on her way, and then walked away from it. Now everything that she's done and everything that she's built is like being questioned because people don't trust her. There's no reason to really trust her after everything that happened with Mike Vrabel, and now what she's saying about KOC. You can't trust her.
You can't trust anything that comes out of her mouth. And again, there is don't kill me for this, but there's a little part of me, and I know she brought this on herself, Britt. I know she brought it on herself. But there is a little part of me that just feels a little bit bad for her, because only because I'm human. I hate to see people and their world come crashing down around their feet, and that is what's happening to Diana Russini.
Well, and who knows when that actually, like, I don't know when that body cam was taken and like what was going on in her life at that time, if it was around the time when everything came down with Mike Vrabel. Like, I don't know enough about that. So she clearly is going through it, and the therapist in me wants to sit her down and have a conversation about what can you do and make things to better enhance what you've got going on in your life, because things are falling down on you, and I don't want that for her. But at the end of the day, it's not looking good.
Yeah. The body cam video, I know it was, I don't know the specific date, but I know it was January of 2026. So this was a couple of months ago. This would have been before.
Before Mike Vrabel.
Absolutely.
It was before.
Yep.
Okay, so she was in her I still am the shit kind of era.
Absolutely.
I still am the shit. What can can you really take me down kind of a thing. So,
yeah.
All right. Well,
Diana,
maybe she'd be singing a different tune nowadays.
Yep. Diana Russini, get yourself together. Let's transition.
Uh-oh.
News came out. Some nut, some clown, some guy that is misinformed made the statement, and we don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this because this is absolutely ridiculous, that Justin Jefferson is not one of the better receivers in the league anymore when it comes to, wide receivers in the league. His numbers are down from last year. I guess supposedly J.J. McCarthy had nothing to do with that. Justin Jefferson has just fallen off for some reason.
Oh, yeah. How and where and when?
Yeah, it's just a ridiculous story. It is a talker that's out there. Is Justin Jefferson falling off? In my opinion, the dude is just as good as he's ever been. He's the best wide receiver in the league. He just needs a quarterback to throw him the ball.
And it's coming.
And well, we'll see.
With Kyler.
I just know that it seems like an upgrade, but sometimes the way things seem aren't always the truth. But we'll see what happens. I'm open to it.
I am feeling really good about this Kyler Murray and this Justin Jefferson combo. Okay. I feel like there's going to be a lot of updates on whoever came up with that silly rumor that he's not one of the top wide receivers. I think crazy. And probably somebody who is JJ McCarthy's number one fan, right? I mean, we've got JJ McCarthy who didn't even put Justin Jefferson in his top 5. So, I mean, who knows who's making these comments?
Brittany, I forgot all about that.
Remember?
I remember that. Remember that. I'm glad you brought that up because when that came out, that surprised me that JJ said that.
Yeah, it did. It surprised us all.
Wow, I forgot all about that. But the story in itself is ridiculous. We all know that Jets is the man, will always be the man, and we'll get back to being the man this upcoming season. Can't wait.
Just a couple of weeks away, baby.
Couple of weeks away. Let's transition. Here is going to be, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be one of my favorite segments of the show. And I like for it to be called Brittany's Beats. Because here's what I know. I know that you have really, really good taste in music. And you can help educate me on certain genres of music that ordinarily a guy like me probably would not listen to.
Okay.
You told me, you text me and says, hey, we should do a music review on the show. I said, Britt, that's a really, really good idea. Who do you want? What's the first song? Who do you want? You said Time of My Life by Benson Boone.
Yes.
Okay. I
having the time of my life.
I am going to let you give your review on the song, what you think. I'll give you my review on the song and what I think. Floor is yours, Brittany Spencer. What do you think about Time of My Life by Benson Boone?
Okay. So let me just say, it takes a lot for me to have a song that comes in and I feel it like in my heart and in my soul, right? One that literally like knocks me off my my chair, right? So last Friday, I was driving my dog to the dog park,
Okay.
and I heard on KDWB that they were releasing Benson Boone's newest single. And so they release it, I think, like once every hour, right? So like people could hear it once every hour. So I just happened to be in the car when, like, driving to the dog park when they played this song. This song comes on, and I am not kidding you. Just tears
Tears.
streaming down my face. Now, let me tell you something. I am a huge fan of Benson Boone. I think he is this century's Freddie Mercury. And I think we can have a conversation about this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to convince you this time with just this song, right? But I think if we go back and we listen to more songs, that you might get to a place where you think that he's a good contender.
This song was a good start, Brittany, for a guy that didn't know a whole lot about him. Like, I knew nothing about him until you brought his name up, and then, of course, I went and did my research. But long story short, this is a good start for me and Benson.
This song it hit me, and what I love about songs is like where the lyrics can be so dimensional, right? It can mean I could have that same feeling about my daughter, or you could have that feeling about your wife, or someone could have that feeling about someone they lost in a relationship, or a father or a family member, right? Like, I love songs that speak on so many levels and in so many different dimensions. And when I heard this song just hit all of those spots for me. And his vocals are just so incredibly, like, beautiful and timely in the spaces between where he sings. And as we do Britney's beats, I'll be able to explain more of like why and how spacing means so much to me, because there's so much emotion that comes from when people talk and how people sing, right? And if I can listen to someone sing and feel like it touches me from some sort of dimension, but also feel it hit me in my soul, it's on. And that song did it for me.
Yeah. When you gave me the song, and no offense, Brittany Censor, but I was like, I have my genres of music that I like. I have my go-tos. I know what I like.
Yeah.
And I know what I don't like. And I went into it thinking that I wouldn't like it.
That's okay.
And let me tell you how wrong I was. So for those of you who have not heard the song, check out Benson Boone, Time of My Life. Again, you can Google it. You can YouTube it. I actually watched
Apple Music it.
Spotify it.
You could do it all.
His vocals are strong.
Yeah.
His vocals are emotional.
Mm-hmm.
The production of the video is aesthetically just beautiful. It is a beautiful video.
Yeah.
The lyrics and the song are just catchy and clean and very memorable. If I had to give this a grade for your first Britney Beats, in terms of pulling a guy in that probably didn't want to be pulled into this, I give it an A+. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Round of applause, round of applause.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. First Britney's Beats.
Oh my gosh. Wow, Lionel, LJ, I'm really taken aback. I mean, I figured you would like it because you have really good taste. I didn't know that you would like it this much, but I am so touched. I'm so touched.
See, the thing is, I have my music that I like, but I'm very open-minded. I branch off into a lot of different areas. Like I can go to country. I can go to
Me too.
you know, acoustic. I can go to R&B. I can go to rap. I can go to gangster rap. That is just the way that I'm wired. If it's good, I will listen to it. If it's not, I won't. And this song is very, very good. So I was glad you exposed me to that on Brittany's Beats. Nice job, Britt.
Absolutely. Hey, I want to hear what your kids think of it. Ask your kiddos.
Yep, the first thing, my wife usually watches our shows after. And
Okay.
see, I know Nicole very well. I'm assuming that she has probably never heard of this song before. I'm just assuming that, and you know what happens when you assume, so I shouldn't assume.
You know what happens, right?
Yes.
It makes an out of, and
You admit, yeah.
yeah,
So,
yep.
if she has not heard of this artist before, her brain is going to start to turn, and she's going to be like, okay, I've got to hear what Brittany and Lionel like so much, and she will do her own research, and
Love
I
it.
guarantee I will give a report next show. The next 10,000 takes that we do, I will give the Nicole report on whether she likes it or not, and whether my kids like it or not.
I feel like we should have a report, a Nicole and kids report,
There you
every couple of weeks too. We need to know what they think, and it's important for me. I want to know what they think too, right? So maybe with Brittany's Beats, I'll propose some sort of a song, and then we get your report, and then we get Nicole and the kiddos report as well.
We can do that. They're all down for that. We can definitely do that. So yeah, great job. For this to be your first Britney's Beats, I don't know how well this is going to go for the rest of the time that we do it, but you got me on this one. This was a fantastic suggestion. So again, round of applause for Brittany Sensor. This was good.
Well, and as I think about it, it doesn't necessarily have to be new songs too, right? Like there's lots
no.
of things that we can bring up. We could talk about like, you know, are we a Michael Jackson fan? Are we a Prince fan? Or we could talk about like who's better, Beyonce or Alicia Keys, and you already know where I stand on that. But like we could come back and we can always do that, and we can potentially do like song versus song. Like there's just so much we can do.
Yep, definitely. Again, we can make this thing the way we want it, and again, I feel like just first impressions and feelings that this is going to be one of my favorite segments of the show. Can't wait to do the next one.
All right, my friend.
Let's transition. Last thing I want to talk about, obviously this heat, we kind of mentioned that earlier in the show. It's hot in Minnesota. It's hot. But my favorite holiday is coming up. That is the 4th of July. What is Brittany Sensor doing for the 4th of July? You doing anything special?
You know, I did not know that was your favorite holiday. I typically don't do anything. My sister, who is my best friend in the whole wide world, her birthday is tomorrow, July 2nd. And so because her birthday's so close to the 4th, that kind of overrode like anything that we did for the 4th. It was always her birthday, and with summer birthday, I don't know if you have anybody in your family who has summer birthdays. It's like, it's tough to get people to come and be around, so really this is her time. So okay. We don't really do anything. I do my best to try to keep my dog from having to hear all of the fireworks.
Oh, my dogs hate those.
Other than that, that's really all I got. I got my sister's birthday and keeping my dog safe.
Yeah.
What about you?
We're flying to Portland.
Okay.
We're going to spend 4th of July here, but the day after the 4th of July, we're going to fly to Portland. That's where my son lives. We haven't been to Portland in probably 4 to 5 years. So he's doing some great things out there with his career. We're going to go out there, spend some time with him and his girlfriend. So I can't wait to do that.
Portland is remarkable. I went there maybe 4 years ago. Okay. And it's so beautiful. It's so green.
Yep.
And it's not as big of a city as you would think it is, but it is. it has its struggles, with all the stuff with the the drugs and all of that. A lot of homeless, a lot of drugs, but beautiful culinary world out there. Lots of food to eat.
Yes.
And where did I stay? I stayed right next to what's the biggest bookstore in the world? It's right in Portland. I'm forgetting the name. I'm gonna remember it as soon as we get out. But it's right downtown Portland, and it's the biggest bookstore in the U.S. and they have everything. And you'll have to check in with your son.
Yep.
And maybe stop by there if you can.
Yep. Definitely. The last time I was in Portland, we went to a place. It was called, I believe it was Voodoo Donuts. Supposed to be donuts in the. Oh my gosh, absolutely fantastic. And the great thing about Portland is that Mount Hood, no matter where you go, if you're in the Portland area, you can see like this big freaking mountain off in the distance. It is absolutely just one of the most picturesque places I've ever been.
Yeah, I think another place that I went, they had this Japanese garden place that we went there and we spent hours there. It's just absolutely stunning. Stunning.
Yep, so I'll have to come back, give you a report on Portland and that whole deal. Yeah, but we're going to go out there and definitely have a good time. So I can't wait to do that.
I'm so happy for you. And happy 4th of July, mister. That's my favorite holiday.
Oh, yeah, I'm the biggest kid. Like, I go out. I didn't do it this time, but usually, Britt, I go out and I buy like a couple of hundreds of dollars worth of fireworks. And usually I have a gathering of people at my house, and we just shoot them off. We haven't burned down the place yet, but I'm the biggest kid on the 4th of July. I just love the whole fireworks and all that stuff.
And I love that for you. And not for your dogs, though.
I know. That's the thing. My little chihuahuas, Solo and Dakota.
Solo and Dakota.
Yeah,
they're like,
right.
Dad, stop. I'm over it.
Yeah. But the land of 10,000 takes with LJ and Britt. This is our new venture. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It only takes a minute. Put in the comments, man. Don't be afraid to talk to Britt and I. Give us your thoughts about Lionel Richie. Should he slow down? Should he give it up? Do you want to see him come back? Give us your thoughts about Diana Russini, like your thoughts about that whole mess, as Brittany called it. What do you think about Justin Jefferson? Is he still one of the top receivers in the league? Is he falling off? Go and listen to Brittany's beats and The Time of My Life. What are your thoughts about the song? And Benson Boone? Put all those things in the comments. Lots of stuff.
Put it all in the comments.
Yep. We covered a lot of stuff today, and this is what our show is going to be about. I'm excited about the show. A lot more versatility than what we used to do with just the Vikings. So I'm just honored to have you as my partner, Britt. Thanks a lot.
And I'm honored to be your partner. And what's awesome about the land of 10,000 takes is that, yes, we're talking about the Minnesota Vikings, and it's going to creep in there, but there's going to be lots of other things that we got going on.
Absolutely. We will be back a couple of times a week. So look for us. Hit that little bell icon on the YouTube channel. It will let you know when we drop anything. So make sure you hit that as well. Britt, it's been a pleasure.
Always, my friend.
And as always, we will see you guys
when we see ya.
Later.